Alright, here we are with our Ghostrick deck, and we're playing against Dragon Maids. We're going to lead off with Parade and Ghostrick Mummy. Parade for an obvious choice. You always want to play this as soon as possible in the beginning of the game, as it lets you build up your engine every time your opponent attacks you. Right here, we are going to let... We counter the Dragon Maid because we don't want to get them their spell. Their fusion spell. And here, they're going to go for the direct attack. We let it happen because we have Ghostrick, Mary, and we have Parade. Another trick you can do is if you have Mary in the deck, not in the hand, you can get Mary and then use Mary's effect after the damage is taken. We're going to terraform for Museum. Or Mansion, sorry. We run one of each in the deck because we can recycle them. You have to be very careful though when you, it kind of stinks that he did infinite impermanence it, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to go into Alucard, then we're going to go into Mischief, then we're going to switch into Mansion. Now he's going to swap. We're just going to get some value out of Maxi right now, and then he Ash Blossoms it, so I guess nothing even matters. I'm going to end up speeding up through this game because this game is very long. It's 15 turns. It is quite the grind. And you're going to see why. So, he's going to end up going into Dragon Maid. And all this is fine. I'm going to go and search for go-arounds. Which, honestly, not the best choice because I completely forgot this was under impermanence for a second. And you can't really use this effect unless you have something face down or they have something face down. So, not the best choice on my part. So, he's going to negate this ability, so I can't activate abilities, but it makes no sense because this doesn't have... I think he just wanted to send it to the graveyard for some reason, so he can bring it back. It's all fine. This is the weird choice. So he went to Nightmare Phoenix, and he decides to destroy the go-around when it wasn't doing anything. I know it can become annoying, but it was just a little strange to me. So I'm going to go for the Fairy's effect because Fairy has a very strong effect. If you don't know what Fairy does, every time I flip it face up, I'm able to get a Ghostrick from the deck, the field. I apologize if you guys hear my dog at all. She goes off randomly. Now it's time to fuck up his stupid ass bird. Let's get it done. So now we go into Angel of Mischief, and right here, I don't know if you see the play we're trying to go. In the extra deck, we have Utopic Future. But we couldn't flip this because we just brought it back. You're about to see some sick-ass plays happening right here. You don't even know, fool. Look, he's going to be like, oh, I'm going to bring out these dragons. I'm so good at this game. Ha ha ha. I'm so good at this game. Look at me. Aww. 3 dragons, so strong, so strong. All right, so we're gonna let the attack go through because we want to use Mary to get Fairy out. Now we Ghostrick Scare. We flip both of them face up. We flip those face down, and then we activate Fairy to bring back the Mischief. So this is gonna let us do what we need to do. If you're wondering how the last card got flipped down, Fairy's secondary effect is when you bring back a card, you can flip down face cards based on how many Ghostricks you have out. So now we go into Future, and then we go into Draco Future. And our opponent, the only out they have would be a Kaiju effect. Because I do not think they have... Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. It would be to have, what do you call it? One of the trap cards that bounce. They need the trap card that bounces, but I'm pretty sure they don't run. Do they run 3? I don't think they run 3. So even if they did run 3, they have 1 more out of 26 in the deck. So this would have been their out to Utopic Dragon Future. I don't think they have one. So I'm gonna speed this up. You're gonna see some more plays happening here. He's gonna try and negate effects, which the negate goes off, but it doesn't destroy. I don't think he has a way of dealing with. Yep, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He lost the duel right here. This lost him the duel. Dragon Maid's Tiding, all 3 out of the deck. That's how he loses the duel. He has no outs to discard. And you can tell he's just playing like a Yu-Gi-Oh player. This is in Plat. I don't know. These games are in Plat. Like, I feel like you should at least scroll a little. I mean, there is a lot of text on it, so maybe that's the reason why. Alright, we take some damage. But remember, all the damage that we take and also give is being halved by Mansion, which is very important. Because I would be much lower right now if it wasn't. Alright, so he's going to go for another fusion. Now, there's another problem that's going to be happening here shortly. The problem is, you can only return Shio is if you have a Dragon Maid in your extra deck, right? And right now he has 1 in the graveyard, and he has 1 on the field on my side of the field. So he only has 1 more realistically he can go into. You know? So, ideally, we need him to get to use. We need him to use Shio 1 last time so we can get the Dragon Maid Fusion out. Or he's just gonna use it preemptively now. See, now he's an idiot. Because now I know I don't have to worry about getting countered. Yeah, I wonder why we put Spectre down. It's because we needed a level 1. So we can go into Dolahan. Dolahan lowers the attack. Boom, now we can go into this. You're wondering why I did that? It's because Dolahan could get back Fairy. And now we pretty much have the game locked up. They can't really do anything. Like, he can fusion to another Shio, but that is literally not going to matter. Now this game's super over now that I drew Emergency Teleport. Look at this. We're going to Halifrax. Halifrax is going to go into Selena. Or Celine. I like Selena better. We're going to call her Selena now. And then we're going to go into Access Code Talker. And it's pretty much game. He concedes. Alright, we're back at it again. We're playing against MJK. And we don't do anything. The reason we don't do anything is we have Ghost Ogre and we have Jack Frost. It's going to be very hard to kill us in 1 turn. Alright, so we're playing against Jack Atlas. Here, I'm not sure if this was a misplay or not, but I was hoping that he wasn't going to get any light monsters from this, because I know this deck doesn't run many light monsters. And he didn't hit any light monsters, but you're going to see he had a light monster in his hand, which again, kind of annoying. Because now he's going to be able to pretty much go into Supernova at this point, right? I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he's going to go Red Rising Dragon. Which brings back a tuner. And then, boom, a Red Supernova Dragon. Now here, we can stop ourselves from dying. He misplayed though. Because he should have just negated the effect, even though he wasn't going to get the damage off anyway. If he negated the effect, it would come back face up, so you can do it again. Now the card's face down, so I'm able to kind of do what I want. And what do I want to do? So, Go into Alucard. Alucard can destroy a set monster or set card. And then we go into dual hand, and the opponent sees the writing on the wall because we're going to be able to go into double mischief and go into utopic creature, and he's dead. So the winner of Thursday's giveaway, which is $50 in gem, is Fred Phillips. So if this user can reach me in my email, and my email is fatzoidgames@gmail.com. I will have it in the description below. So this week we are doing $25 in gems a day until my birthday. I just want to know what decks are you guys looking forward to see, and if there's anything else you want to be seeing on the channel. I was actually thinking about doing actual card openings once I get a good setup for it. Let me know if that's something you guys might be interested in. And remember to like and also subscribe on the channel, but turn on the notification bell because it's harder to see if you guys are subscribed that way. So the deck that you just seen is Ghostrick, and this is the list that we are using. Now, is this list perfect? I think it's pretty damn good for how uncompetitive Ghostrick is. I'm pretty sure you can hit Plat 1 with this deck. I got like 6-7 game win streaks with the deck, and I was able to get I'll get like consistently like 4 to 5 win streaks before I got a loss. And a lot of times a loss will come from overwhelming the gate. So if you play against like Drytron or something and they go first, it feels really bad. Because our going second isn't too bad. It's actually like I prefer going second on this deck because we run a lot of hand traps. We have, just looking right here, we got 9. So they have to play through Maxi, Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom. It feels pretty good. The only thing I would say is your bet a lot of games you're gonna win. By going into one of the Xyz monsters. Since you have one of Parade or Mansion out, it allows you to attack over them. As long as all the monsters are in face down defense position, you can attack them directly. So you're gonna attack them directly with one of your Xyz monsters and then go into Zeus. And then you threaten Zeus on any plays that they can do. And then while you're threatening Zeus, if you have Mansion out, because Mansion lets you do damage. If you have Parade out, you can't do damage. So if you have Mansion out, Zeus still hits for 1500. And if you have like Fairy or Mummy, you could still poke them down. So as long as you get a Ghostrick scare out, or you have the Ghostrick go around, you can just keep your opponent's board locked down. It's pretty crazy. Especially with Fairy. Fairy is really good at locking down opponent boards. Like Fairy with go around, you can keep locking down the opponent's board if they have no interactions with it. That's one win condition. So there's a few win conditions here. You win with Zeus. There's not really a win condition with Angel of Mischief. You're never going to go into... You're never doing this. The only way you do this is if you're playing against a Crooked Cook and you needed to go to 10 because you have no outs to it or something like that. But this deck does have an out to it. We run Underworld Goddess. I've actually played against a Crooked Cook deck, and this is the reason why I had this card in the deck. And we won because we used this Crooked Cook, and the guy couldn't do anything else. He just lost right there. You're wondering why we run the Psychic Tracker, Psychic Wielder. We run this because they're easy 3s to go into Alucard, because otherwise we don't really have that many 3s besides Mummy. Also, very important, all the Ghost Ogres are 3s, and Ghost Ogre Snow Bunny is a tuner and psychic, so it works with emergency teleport, and you can use it as fodder for Heliprex. So a lot of synergies there. I think this deck's really, really fun, and I was actually really hesitant on playing this deck because I thought it was just going to be miserable and this deck sucks. But once you learn how to play, like the play style, it's very slow. It's a very slow play style. You're not winning turn 1. You're not winning turn 2. You're not even going to win turn 3 most of the time. unless your opponents just concede. And as you've seen, the whole purpose of running these utopic futures was to there's plays where you can go into double mischief or double Dullahan, or this one's the hardest one to really do, double Alucard. We have so many ones in the deck. We have 7 ones. I think it's just easier doing this because we end up fetching Marys out anyway for Parade. And with Fairy, we go into Fairy from Mary, and then Fairies lets us get our Marys out. So we always end up getting like multiple level 1s out. So I go into Dullahan quite a bit. But yeah, we always have the play of going into Draco. Because remember, Fairy can get Xyz monsters out of the graveyard too. So it's not very hard getting into this. But like I said, most of the time your win condition will be Zeus. Yeah, I know it's a Ghostrick deck and you want to be like, I want to use Ghostrick cards to win. And you can. You 100% can. I've won plenty of games using Mansion and just keep flipping down the opponents with Ghostrick Scare. Because remember, when you use this to flip up Fairy, it also activates Fairy's effect and you're able to get it from the graveyard and place it again. But Ghostrick Go Around is really good too, because if you flip up Fairy's effect activate, and if you have multiple Ghostrick monsters, you can just flip them face. It's almost like activating Scare again. So that's why instead of running 3 scares, I wanted to run 1 Go Around, even if sometimes it's a little awkward. So the reason why we run Terraforming, Metaverse, and Renovation is because if we have Parade out, and we're trying to actually go for damage or go for a kill, we need to go into Mansion to actually do any damage. Now, there's other ways. If Mansion is banished and we have Parade out, there's other... Don't think you're going to lose the game automatically, because you can go into Zeus, and then Zeus can get rid of Parade for you. That's the last case. You're kind of screwed. If you have this out on the field and you don't have Zeus, and you have no way of getting Mansion out in your entire deck, which you should unless it's banished, then you're screwed. So just make sure. I've never had an issue where I was like, oh no, I really need to get Parade out and I'm screwed. So I think you'll be fine. Well, that just about wraps things up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye!